So this is 10 minutes in this case with Ahmet Balluoğlu from the company Detay Tasarım from Turkey. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Han.
A very good morning to you. Well, these are the 10-minute series, 10 minutes with, and we're sharing knowledge. And you're going to tell us everything about what there is to know about exhibiting in Turkey. So thank you very much for showing up today. And let's start in right away. When we look at the typical Turkish audience, and when we look at exhibit design, what do they specifically expect from a trade show?
For Turkish audience, they would be anxious first of all to walk into a booth. So the best thing would be for them to have more open and inviting booths. So they will be comfortable to go in and ask questions about the products that's been displayed.
Well, that's an important. So it has to be very open, and so by not by the design, not by the graphical design, but by the setup of the booth. It has to be very open. That's an interesting one. And in some cultures, will prefer clean lines and very linear designs, whereas others might be looking at giveaways and prizes and contests. What about Turkey?
Turks are very much known with their hospitality and with the giveaways. When somebody comes to our house, we like to offer food. So in Turkey, the booths are like that as well. You will definitely have, if you're a Turkish booth exhibiting anywhere in the world, you will definitely have something to offer to your visitors. So this would I shouldn't say that it would be expected, but it would be nice and inviting for Turkish audience, Turkish visitor to go into a booth.
Yeah, so if we as Europeans, Americans or Asians come to Turkey, you would suggest us to bring bits of food too?
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice, and also what we do for our clients, they also offer because it's not that easy to bring food from your country to Turkey. Maybe then they do local stuff like, you know, the most popular is Turkish delight or some nuts, maybe some biscuits. So catering services, it helps.
It does help. Well, if we look at a booth, suppose I have a lot of product to show. The Turkish audience, do they typically want to see all of the products, or could I have a more conceptual booth?
Turks, we are touchy people, so we when we're gonna buy something, when we want to touch and learn about that thing. So what would be best? Maybe not all the products, but a good portion of the products that we will be able to touch and also get information verbally as well.
Okay, well that's clear. And now, but now I only have services. So that's, well, you cannot touch it. Do we go more graphic or do we go more in text?
Graphic would definitely be better because then again, you know, patience is not one of our virtues. So graphic would give us the information much faster. So that would be much better.
Hey, and if we look at the Turkish market, is there any hard sales going on at the show floor, or is it just meeting people and doing the business afterwards?
I think it would be. We can say that the hard sales would be less in percentage than just, you know, try to get the feeling and maybe go back and analyze, and after that get in touch later on.
Hey, and how do we get all the stuff in? Through the Bosporus, or how do we get it in?
Well, the best thing would be with the United Nations choppers dropping up, I guess. But in serious, customs regulations can be a little bit challenging in Turkey. So the best thing would be to work with the accredited freight forwarding company of the events, which would make things much simpler and gives peace of mind to the exhibitors.
Okay, that's a clear thing. And when you look at the Turkish, the demand for service, like in the US, they want to have a full service. Everything is being arranged. When you go to Western Europe, people say, okay, this is the booth, and the rest we arrange ourselves. What about how do the Turks see that?
For us, the service should be complete in every way. It's turnkey, everything, and also during the show as well. Anything that goes wrong, anything extra that is needed, that might be needed, you know, is expected to be taken care of.
Oh, hey, Ahmet, when we look at the Turkish market, what about regulations? There are differences all over the world, so please reveal, how do we go about in Turkey?
The most important regulation that stands out is about rigging in Turkey. That also affects the designs, of course, because rigging in most exhibition centers is not allowed in Turkey. So, you know, the design should be done according to that one. And also, in the last couple of years now, the job safety and employee safety has been a very important issue, as well as sustainability. So these kind of things should be kept in mind as well.
And can we build anything? I mean, are there any limitations in what we can build at a trade show?
Well, it depends on the exhibition centers that you're going to be building, but there's no restrictions in terms of materials that you will use. It just would be maybe depending on the exhibition center again, it will be the heights. But other than that, material-wise, there's not much restrictions.
And if we look at the shows, do people have greeters? Do we have booth models handing out stuff? Yeah, well, the typical thing, alcohol. How do we go about that?
Alcohol probably is not would not be the best choice, but somebody greeting the visitors and inviting them I think would help breaking the ice. So it would be definitely beneficial.
Okay, Ahmed, thank you very much so far. But if we want to know more information about doing business in Turkey, how do we go about that?
There are several Turkish companies that are member to IFES. I think they would be the best location to ask any questions that you may have about the exhibition industry or anything in Turkey. So that would be, I think, the best address to go to.
And there is a local association also?
Yes, also SSTD is our local Turkish Association of Exhibition Stand Builders, and SSTD is also a member of IFES.
Okay, well, Ahmed, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge today, and to the audience, you say till the next time.